I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. Chris Cuomo here. Welcome to NewsNation. I hope Thanksgiving was more about thanks and less about giving each other a hard time. But look, now that you digested that moment and that meal, I have some new food for thought for you. There are three groups of people watching me right now. Two of you are going to hate half of what I'm about to say. And the third group, the independent thinkers, you are who NewsNation is built to support. Those sick of left and right. You're going to see what I'm saying exactly for what it is. So let's get after it. And by it, I mean I am even shocked by the hypocrisy and the hand-wringing going on over the Biden pardon of his son and about Trump's picks in his administration. First, forget about politics. Forget about everything. Just let's be human beings for a second. Who doesn't pardon their own son? Hey, fellow Democrats, to Biden saying that he made a mistake and that what he just did hurts people's confidence in leadership? You think pardoning his son is what people don't get? That's the only thing they get. That's not what hurts confidence. It may make people worry about you people and what you don't get about taking care of family, which they probably already suspect. But the practical problem is Biden lied about it. Remember this?
Your son Hunter is on trial, and I know that you cannot speak about an ongoing federal prosecution. But let me ask you, will you accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes.
You have.
Now, personally, I didn't understand in that moment why David Muir, who's a great anchor, ABC News, wasn't as surprised by that answer as I was. Wouldn't not pardoning your son, Hunter, be more of a black mark on Joe? I always found that curious. What's not curious is why Biden said it. He said it because it worked for him at the time. Welcome to politics. Oh, but Biden's word is supposed to be his bond, say Republicans, and now we know he's just a liar. Oh, you're offended he lied. I got it. But you support Trump. Please. My buddy reminded me of Mark Twain's expression. There are lies, damned lies, and politics. Now, Twain said statistics, not politics, but it works either way. In fact, about politics, probably even better. Politicians lie when it works for them. Surprise. Biden thought either Hunter would beat the case or that he would win. So he said it. Then he lost, and his son lost and is in the crosshairs. So he's doing what works for him because that's what these people do. And the Democrats who don't like it, oh, but you don't think it hurt people's confidence chasing Trump over those New York cases, right? When there was all that investigating of him with zero chance of ever removing him. Remember that? And you said, oh, but we still have to do it as a matter of principle. How'd that work out? What principle allowed your leaders, almost to a person, to say that Biden was sharp as a tack, burning precious time in a major election? What principle was that about? Advantage, convenience, what worked in the moment. Biden did the same thing when he said he was a one-term guy. It worked at the time. And then he changed when he saw a better option for him. He was just dead wrong. Now this time, I think he was right. If it were anyone else, I'd get the beef, but not his son. Now, if you look at the pardon, it's just like Nixon's, because the goal is the same, to protect him from future scrutiny during a defined period. In Hunter's case, over a decade. With Nixon, Ford and the party, really, who articulated the pardon. Ford had the right mindset, but he didn't come up with the concept and the language. It was about making sure that they couldn't go back and look at Watergate in a way that would just retread all of it, and that's what Biden is trying to do now. Hunter isn't being just pardoned. The way it usually works is they pardon you for specific crimes, right? Here, it's not just the crimes he's been charged with, but any crime he may have committed or taken part in, which is probably the more key language, since 2014. Why 2014? That's right before he joined the Burisma board. Okay? So this is different because just like with Nixon, it's trying to suit a different need. Okay? So it wouldn't work here to be specific. So Biden went full Ford, right? As President Ford did for Nixon. The good news is now there's no reason for Hunter Biden not to sit and answer questions about Burisma and about the nature of that relationship. That is, if people on the right really care about the facts surrounding his and his uncle's dealings with that and other companies and players, but I doubt the right will want to do it if they don't have the gotcha attached. And we've seen this before, by the way. Ford pardoned Nixon. Bill Clinton pardoned his brother, Roger Clinton. Oh, and Trump pardoned several of his guys who had no remorse. Usually a pardon is, okay, they've taken responsibility for it. Enough is enough. I'm going to pardon them. That's my prerogative as president. It's not the case here. They were and still are defiant, and they did what they were charged with doing. He also pardoned his daughter's father-in-law, Charles Kushner. And this was done all for the same reasons. Why did Trump do it? It worked for him. The only difference between the parties is that the right shuts its mouth when it's their own, especially in the Trump era. The Democrats don't. And they'll say, well, that gives us high ground. No, it doesn't. You botched the whole campaign by playing with the truth, by hiding from reality. You jumped your own process. You wanted to make it about protecting democracy, and then you saw people that you didn't have any interest in democracy within your own party and its rules. Come on. I'll take it a step further. Those wondering why Biden pardoned Hunter now and not closer to when he leaves, it's a good question. I believe it's because there are going to be more. And I believe Biden's brother will be one of them, if he's smart. So you get Hunter out of the way now. Everybody gets their feigned outrage. The right, I can't believe he lied. I can't believe he lied. From the right? Really? And then, near the end, Biden will save his brother from the right doing exactly what they say they're against, using Congress and other bodies to go after opponents. Oh, no. Don't yeah but me. Don't yeah but me. Nothing changes in our politics if nothing changes. The only reason the American people really know about Hunter Biden is because the right returned the favor of gratuitous investigation after the left went after Trump the way they did. Okay? They complained about it then, said it was wrong, and then as soon as they got in power, they did the same thing. And these cases against Hunter, they don't go to our country's gun problem. These aren't the kinds of cases that make a difference. They go to the problem with our politics. And yes, not unlike the New York cases against Trump. But if Trump did the same thing, it would make you guys crazy on the left. And just like the right saying nothing about Trump's picks for key positions that they would never allow their opposition to make. Never would the right allow some of the names that are up there to be passed off by their opposition. It is hypocrisy because that is politics, and that's why our politics sucks. Imagine the reaction to Biden picking a relative with a rap sheet to be ambassador, to pick not one but both of his daughter's father-in-laws in key positions, an ambassador to France and a senior advisor in the Middle East. Now, Biden's burden is that he broke his word. But to me, helping his son is nothing compared to how he hurt his party and arguably the country with how he broke his word about being a one-term president, how he handled his decline. Now, I don't care about the Hunter Biden thing. It doesn't surprise me. It would have surprised me if he didn't do it, okay? Now, scroll up a little bit. I want to go to the next point about this. Because, again, you look at what Trump is doing with these picks. Yes, it is his prerogative. It is. He won the election. But be honest. He's doing what works for him, and not in the ordinary way. Kash Patel is not the ordinary way. Hegseth isn't the ordinary way. Gates wasn't the ordinary way. There are a couple others that check those boxes too. He's putting people in because they are good for him personally, Now, his burden is that he says he's a disruptor who's going to break the norms. But to make them better or make them worse? In the first term, it was drain the swamp. Now what is it? Add more of your own alligators. You see what I'm saying? Nothing changes if nothing changes. Don't give me high dudgeon over Biden lying when obviously you don't have a problem with mendacity. Don't pretend it's about principle and you're better than this when you did the same damn thing that you're complaining about with Biden to Trump. This is why people are sick with our politics. They see you. They see you for what they are. They see you for what they do. And they have rejected it. This election was a rejection election. People are voting for someone, yeah, they know he lies. Yeah, they know he can't be trusted. Yeah, they know he does things that they wouldn't want in anyone in their family doing. But they hate what you in this system do even more. Now, let's talk about the state of play and what we can expect going forward. My concern is we're going right back into investigation mode. I hope I'm wrong. Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.